Hey everyone, this is Joy Lutz from NAWBO National. I want to thank you all for letting me drop into your meeting and really appreciate Katie reaching out to me. She has been a great advocate for your chapter and for all the efforts that you guys are undertaking. So I'm really grateful to have this opportunity to kind of share with you what we're working on the advocacy front here in Washington, D.C. First of all, I'm happy to report it's almost spring here. I know that's different from Southern California weather, but our temperatures are finally going up in the right direction, and hopefully we'll have no more snow delays or government shutdowns. It's really been a little bit of a difficult time to get momentum going here early on for this first year of this Congress and midway through President Trump's administration. But I'm happy to say that all of our efforts continue to move forward on a bipartisan track and a very solution-centric manner, and we're really excited about that. And there's a lot of ways for you to plug in. First and foremost, of course, I want to mention June 3rd and 4th of this year, which is our Academy for Public Service and our National Advocacy Day, respectively. We've actually truncated the Academy for Public Service into half a day. So for any of you who are in chapter leadership, you may be coming to see Deb Snyder at the beginning of June 3rd. She does a great chapter president's training presentation orientation that morning, and then the afternoon has actually been allocated for me to do some Academy for Public Service programming. And this year we're changing it up a little bit. It's consolidated, it's condensed, as I said. In addition, my wonderful colleague Elle and I will be available to do some Advocacy Day prep in person. I know that's been an ongoing request from a lot of our chapters and our members, so that you feel like you go into Advocacy Day fully prepared with what you're going to say, what you can expect, and we will stay and answer all of your questions, I promise. We'll also take the opportunity of the Academy to highlight some NAWBO chapters across the country who have been doing some great things in advocacy as well. Always bearing in mind here that all the great ideas are not born in Washington, D.C. A lot of them end up here, but a lot of great things are happening in state and local governments with our chapters across the country, and we really want to share that with you and show off what they're doing as well. So look for that on June 3rd, and then June 4th is our day where we spend with the Trump administration and on Capitol Hill with members of Congress and their staffs. We're piecing together that agenda, but it looks very good. We always kind of wait a little bit longer than people would like with that agenda, just because we want it to be super timely and relevant. Things here in DC have their own pace. Some things take a really long glacial time and other things move very rapidly. So we really try to be cognizant of what's moving, where the momentum is, where you guys can have the most impact in your day when you get here. So look for an agenda coming soon, but just know we will be on Capitol Hill probably a little bit later into the evening than you're used to. So if you can hold off on your flight reservations until the next day, Wednesday, we're hoping to cap the whole day off with a reception on Capitol Hill, which will be a first during my tenure in this job. So we're excited to have you all here, and we'll do talking points and preparatory webinars, and like I said, whatever else you all need, including the in-person training the day of on June 3rd to get you ready. That agenda that drives us comes obviously from our bipartisan commitment to issues that impact our members. And if you're looking for ways to get involved in those issues, we actually have the NAWBO National Issue Councils. Those are a great place to jump in if you're not there already. The 5 councils were selected for 2 reasons. One, places where we knew we had NAWBO members like yourselves with business expertise that could weigh in these spaces, and 2, places where we felt like there was momentum, there was an opportunity for us to weigh in and actually be impactful. So it's using your expertise in the most impactful way. So those 5 issue councils are taxes and regulation, technology, where we handle things very important this year like data privacy, the disparity in the patent system for not just women, but also in general small business owners and preclusions and obstacles there. We also have an international council that obviously handles trade and other international opportunities across the globe. We have a government contracting and disparity study council. So if you're in that business or in that space, or just interested in the disparity study side, where a lot of states and municipalities go to measure the government contracts they give out, that's the space for you. We've had great success with our Charlotte chapter with that in particular, and I know there are several cities across the country that are doing disparity studies this year. So reach out if that's of interest to you and you have the expertise there. And then the last council, which is probably the most active one this year to date, and if anybody there happens to be in it, they can testify to that, is what we call our Workforce Issue Council. This is a big group of wonderful, savvy, sophisticated women who talk about things like education, paid leave, overtime rules coming out of Department of Labor, all of those sort of workforce issues, all the things that go into attracting and retaining a qualified workforce and making sure that you're finding the workers that you need and able to offer, the benefits and packages that you need to keep them as well. So that council has been my most active so far. I'm looking forward to a great year with them. But like I said, these councils really do help drive and support the agenda. And I look to them for opportunities and for feedback about letters of support that we write, congressional testimony we may give, all kinds of opportunities therein. So if you're interested in giving back more and kind of, meeting on a national stage with other people from across the country who probably have a business background similar to your own, I really encourage you to reach out to me or reach out to Katie and get connected to those councils. They're really a fantastic resource, and I'm so grateful to everyone who joins them and who participates in that way. When NAWBO was founded here in DC in 1975, there were no other business organizations that advocated for women business owners. We were the first, but we're very aware that we're not the last, and that especially at the local chapter level, you guys have a lot of other organizations who, have potentially similar programming, similar missions, similar objectives, etc. So we're always very grateful to everyone who chooses to be a member of NAWBO, and especially also to everyone who rises up and is a voluntary chapter leader. We're so grateful for what you do, and it's my privilege to get to advocate on behalf of you all here in Washington, D.C. So we look forward to welcoming you, and in the meantime, we do advocacy talking points and webinars where you can learn about the National Women's History Museum, which is an ongoing project of ours, as well as all the other issues that I mentioned. So if you're looking to weigh in, my door is literally and figuratively always open, and I appreciate all that you do, including letting me drop into your meeting tonight. Thanks so much. Have a great event.